Why are your names? Why? Mooney, thanks so much, Mooney. Appreciate 10. Mooney, thank you so much, Mooney. Nice also meeting you at Anatomy Impulse. But why is there a Kyle? Reese, thank you. Wait, what the heck is going on? Have you guys transformed? Have some of you guys transformed into Kyle? Peach, thank you, Peach. Normal, Peach, thank you, Peach. Thank you, Peach. Lychee, thank you very much. Lychee, 11 months, thank you. Kyle-chan for 2 weeks? Kyle Nari? Sidekicks, Sidekicks, you really are down for the joke, aren't you? Thank you so much for committing to the bit for 2 weeks. You can't change your name for 2 weeks. You did this just to become Kyle. Wow, I appreciate that. I guess. What? Kyle Cheese. That's great, Kyle. Kyle BB. Kyle is love. Guys, you're supposed to bully. How? Tell me. Cosme, thank you. Cosme, Obata, thank you, Obata. Ava Kyle, Jelly Kyle says, Kyle is my life. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. From Kyle P.O. Kyle Scythe. Thank you, Kyle. Guys, actually, I think instead of guys, sometimes I get in the habit of saying guys. Maybe instead of guys, Kyle Cheese got a D_T pass. I should say Kyle's. No, not Kyle's. Well, what about kicks? Like scythe kicks, like short for kicks. Yo, kicks. Hey, kicks. Hey, kicks. Alright, kicks, let's go. I think it's a little bit more neutral too, right? But now I think it's 10 months. Kyle Box, almost 1 year. Our due Kyle of discipline. No, I am not Kyle. I refuse to be Kyle. See the thing? Kyle BB got a D_D pass. See, the thing is that we're supposed to bully Kyle today. Today, we're venting out our frustrations on Kyle. How are we supposed to vent out our frustrations to Kyle? If we're Kyle. Kyle, see, I don't know what you mean. Kyle Dozer, don't know what you mean, Dial. What do you mean, Dial? I'm not Dial. What are you talking about? Kyle Vienne. Lou Vienne became Kyle Vienne. Down for the bid until your birthday. Are you serious? We're gonna be Kyle until my birthday. Guys, we're not playing this game tomorrow. You know, there was like a 50-50 in which that... There was gonna be like a 50-50 in which I wasn't gonna play today. Kyle Box got a D_ named Kyle. It was like a 50-50 that I wasn't gonna play today. Imagine if we just was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna switch the game up to something else instead. And we'll just have like a whole bunch of Kyles. For no reason. Kyle the Flower says, we are all Kyle, even till your birthday. What? Scythe Kyles? Oh my god, Kiwi says 11 months is insane. I wonder if I cry right here, right now. Love you, Doppio. Thank you, Kiwi. That's a very comforting message to hear, considering that everyone else has become Fishy Kyle. Fishy Kyle? Fishy Kyle? What? Fishy Kyle. We have a new kind of Kyle. It's the fishy kind from Fishy Kyle. Thank you, Fishy Kyle. Alice says, now I have to call you guys Kyle. Alice says, wait guys, help me. With a Kyle name, please. Aloe Kyle. Oh, Nishima says, P, I just want to say thank you for working so hard and being amazing. You're the biggest inspiration to me, also you adorable. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. Really awesome words to hear after I've been working all day. Really awesome to hear. Bin Kyle. Giving 5 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you so much, Bin Kyle. I am legally obligated to enunciate Kyle in your name bin. Gabby 5 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you, Gabby. And Yuki says, Piontan, gambare. Owen, stay mas. Owen, stay mas. Thank you. Thank you. Why is chat frozen? Why is chat even frozen? It's just Kyle. We were Kyle. What does that even mean, we were Kyle? What happened? What's this lore? What did you guys do? Sidekicks, what did you do? Kicks, the hell did you guys do? Cookjism giving 5 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you so much, Cookjism. Not Kyle-jism, thank you, Cookjism. Kyle Lunaria says, we're all Kyle, so are you, Dial? How can I be Kyle and Dial at the same time? You can't be both Kyle and Dial. Next day is parentheses Kyle, just says Kyle. What are you guys doing? Yeah, you broke the damn chat. The chat box probably thinks you guys are just bots. That's probably what happened. I've never seen chat box break before. What the hell happened? Hello, is it working? Hello, chat box, are you working? It just says we were Kyle. Kyle Nari says Kyleification. Congrats. Thank you for the Kyleification and congrats, because it turns out that we just Kyled up in my chat box. Oh, you might do Kyle. There we go. Why not? It's broken anyway. Who cares? Kyle Cohen's chair. It's all Kyle as it has been. No, it has not. This morning I woke up, I was not Kyle, I was Doppio. Kyle. Kairu. Kyle. Sir, please call us Kyle Kicks. What? You guys, we're only gonna be playing this game once. We're not playing this game multiple times. Ruriri, thank you so much, Ruriri. Ruriri, arigato. Thank you so much, Ruriri. I'm doing Doppio Dropscythe membership. Thank you. You guys are really generous. I was gonna say this morning, but it's this evening. And I didn't even bring Dad. Dad's coming someday soon. Maybe. Danny, thank you so much, Danny, for 5 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you so much, Danny. They forgot to the 11 months, and also for all Kyle who's playing the game, that's true. We have to bully Kyle. We can't be Kyle if we're bullying Kyle. Kyle my Oshi. Okay, Kyle. Well, if your Oshi is Kyle, then I'll be Kyle. Harley Cats, oh thank God it's not Kyle Cats. Thank you for the gift. And Kyle Senia. It'll be an unforgettable one. You know what? I should just take this as a blessing. Sidekicks, you are the best. Sorry, Kyle Kicks, you are the best. Thank you so much for committing to the bit. 100%, even more than I am. Sin Kyle says I'm a Kyle chick in a Kyle world. Life is Kyleistic. What are you doing with it? I thought I was the one who was allowed to speak absolute nonsense. However, you guys are making up your own words. These are Kyle-gisms. Dopisms? No, they become Kyle-gisms. Kyle-viz. Give to 5 Kyle memberships. Thank you so much, Kyle-viz. My Kyle says, do not bully Kyle. He's Kyle. No. What are you doing, guys? Mikey became my Kyle. Do not bully Kyle. He's Kyle. No. Kyle H. We are Kyle on my birthday, your birthday. We're Kyle enough. I'm committed to this because of lifestyle. If we're not Kyle, what is our purpose? Why have you all become Kyle? I'm so Kyle. Oh my God, you guys got me doing it too. I'm so confused. I said Kyle fused. Almost everyone in my chat became changed their name to Kyle. What the hell is going on? Sorry, I just had to tweet it out. What? Jimmy Kyle the Third. Thank you for the gift, Jimmy Kyle the Third. Choco says, it's been 84 years since I've been conscious enough to see in live. Hello, Piota. Hey, Choco. You've missed absolutely nothing. We're Kyle now. Dano says, Pio-chan! Ohayo! Thank you for stream. Thank you so much, Dano. Yeah, let's have a fun stream. Let's have a really fun stream, Dano. You got it. Broken025 says 10 months. Did you drink water today? I drank water so much today. I thought you should drink some today. Thank you, Broken0. I promise I'll drink water. Next time I drink water, I'll be like, thank you, Broken0, for the water. Senses just got me some really good news yesterday, so I'm glad to drop Scythe by for the first time in a while. Just 5 months in the arcade. Yo, thanks, Sen, and thank you for 5 months. I'm so glad to hear your good news. That means that good news is coming to you, so awesome work, Sen. You deserve every bit of that good news. Titan! Thank you so much, Titan. Titan! Such a cute name. Titan! Titan. Thank you so much, Titan, for 10 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you so much, Titan. Choco, 5 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you so much, Choco. Ririchio Orihara. Hey, says, not gonna lie, this is giving Patrick, this is your wild vibes. Yeah, this is 100% giving that. 100% giving that. This is 100% a SpongeBob meme, and I have no idea how to handle it. Bark bark woof woof. Kyle cured my depression. Kyle cleared my skin. Kyle watered my crops. Kyle saved the world from ending. Guys, I'm about to just start the game. Kyle, just normal Kyle. Me became Kyle. Thank you so much, Kyle. 10 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts from Kyle. Wow, Kyle the entrepreneur, Kyle the philanthropist, Kyle the nice guy. Thank you so much, Kyle. Yui-pun. Thank you so much, Yui-pun. Welcome to the arcade, Yui-pun. And Kyla, 5 Doppio Dropscythe from Kyla. Thank you so much, Kyla. Ayana says, hi, Pino. Hi, Ayana. And you Uyu Kyle with 5 Doppio Dropscythe. Thank you, Uyu Kyle. Lunari Kyle. Good boy. Ohayo, Pio-chan. Ohayo, good boy. Ohio, good boy. Is that an Among Us next to your name? At this point, Kyle is Among Us. Kyle Valky. You know what? I relent. I give up. I 100% give up. You guys have won. You guys win. Kyle just... I'm stuck for 6 days with the name Kyle Help. You know what? I'm Kasa. Kasa! Hi, arigato. Thank you so much, Kasa. 10 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Thank you! Kasa. And Kyle-sa with a Doppio Dropscythe membership gift. Thank you so much, Kyle-sa. And Hana, arigato, Hana. Okay, so you guys have won. Let me do something. I didn't think that I would have to do this. I did not think that I would have to do this absolutely whatsoever. But I think that you guys deserve something for this. And I'll give it to you. Hold on. Just a second. It's gonna take me a second to get ready. So just give me a second. What the heck? We have Mikhail says, I'm glad to finally catch a stream. Hi, Pio. Thank you for catching the stream and joining the bit. And Kyle Q, and he says, Kyle. And Kyle gifted Pimu 2 months. Thank you, Pimu. Kyle Kumi with 5. Guys, at this point, all I can say is thank Kyle. Alright, hold on. Let me just do something really quickly. Can't believe I'm doing this. This is not something that I thought I'd be doing whatsoever. But I think that it's quite important that we do this. My god. Alright. Miwa, thank you so much, Miwa. Alright. Let's see, if I click this button, then I click this button. And then I click this button, and then click this button. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh god. Oh god, there's... Oh god. Alright. It looks so dumb. Alright, well, if you guys are committed, I'll commit to it too. If you guys are committed, I'll commit to it too. There we go, perfect. 100% perfect. Remember. 10 years from now, when scientists are like... 10 years from now, when scientists are like, what the hell happened today at this Doppio Dropscythe stream? We're gonna say... Who the hell's Doppio? It's Kyle. D. Kyle says, call me Kyle. D. Kyle. Thank you, D. Kyle. And Kyle Pudding. We are all Kyle Pudding. Guys, let's just start the damn game. Okay, so. Let me preface this game a little bit. A long time ago, Markiplier played this game. I think it was at its demo, and it was a really funny game, probably one of the funniest games I've ever seen in my life. And it was just a demo. Today, we're playing the complete edition, and we're going to see the kind of story sidekicks make up. Kyle is famous. Spain says, what, recall again? Drop Kyles, scythe Kyles. I don't know. I don't know, and that's probably the best part. That I have no idea what's going on at all. Right. Let me just... There we go. Nice. Now, let's go start the game. So, the way that this game is going to work is that there's going to be a lot of times where you guys are going to have to choose a choice. And we'll do it two ways. The first way that we'll do it is that we'll take turns. So, well, in the first round, we'll take turns. So I'll take a turn, then you take a turn. I'll take a turn, you guys take a turn. Chat's frozen? Yeah, chat is frozen. Feels a bit quiet. There's not much I can do about that. I think this is the loudest that I can be. I mean, I could try messing with something, but I can't really be too much louder. Alright, I think this is about the maximum I can go. I'm vibing right now. I'm Kyle and I'm vibing. Kyle is, if I go on urbandictionary.com, I bet it's gonna say, Kyle is the name of a guy who just vibes. So I'm just vibing. I'm vibing. BGM's loud? Oh wait. BGM can be loud. This BGM of some guy strumming his guitar is loud. Alright. Sorry, I was just Kyle thing. J Kyle, thank you J Kyle. The Kyle broke the chat. Yeah, I have no idea how you guys did it. But chat is completely broken, and it makes no sense to me why at all it's broken. You guys probably spammed the hell out of chat so hard that chat thinks that you're like a spam bot. Not everybody typing right now is a spam bot. So maybe we'll play without chat today. Alright. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. Sukeni says, we're all Kyle in Kyle world. Life in Kyle is fantastic. You can Kyle me everywhere. Imagination. Life is your Kyle. Life is your Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Let's go party. Yeah. Life is your Kyle. Oh, you know what? Great. Life is your Kyle. Nope, I tried fixing chat. It did not work. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so the first time we're going to do this is going to be like a practice round. And so I'm going to pick a choice. You guys are going to pick a choice. And then on the real round, you guys are going to pick everything.
Kyle woke up. He is famous.
Are you guys able to hear his voice? Okay. More.
Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle.
Are you guys subscribed to Kyle?
Stay
A bit low? Okay, I'll raise them up a little bit.
Popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed.
I'll raise it up even more. Stay Played with Kyle. Actually, this is a great alternative name to Doppio After Dark. Stay Played with Doppio.
Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man.
You know what? I've never really used D as for dumpy all that much, but maybe I should use D for dumpy from now on.
Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields.
Let's go, Kyle.
Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best-of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast.
Oh, damn, even Kyle's doing shorts.
The eye of the world is upon Kyle.
Oh, and in the second round, I'll be the narrator, so that'll be even funnier. Oh, we can turn off the narrator, but so we'll have the narrator on this round, and then the next round, when sidekicks do everything, I'll be the narrator.
Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist.
Rachel May.
She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation.
Okay.
Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview.
Are you guys prepared for the interview?
Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely.
So basically, we have 30 turns. Okay. So, Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. We can either wither away, or we can exit the bed. Now, maybe on your round, you guys can wither away, but I'm gonna choose to exit the bed. Kyle exited the bed, and took a quick glance around his bedroom. So the way we're going to do it, you can see my pen, is gonna be A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D. So from left to right, kind of like a manga, like left to right, like a book. One A, B, C, D. Okay, so then you guys are gonna choose. If you were on Twitch, it'd be easier, but I'm not a Twitch guy. Let's see. Choice. So it's gonna be A, B, C, D, and we're gonna go kind of quick. So right now it's 9:35. So we'll leave it to like a minute. Scavenge. Don't be Kyle. Yeah. We're all Kyle now. A lot of the people who are just coming in are probably really confused at our 30-minute Zatsu about how we became Kyle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kyle. Yeah, so you guys pick open the closet. Okay. What happened to our narrator? Hold on. Hold on. What happened? Voiceover? Did our narrator give up?
Kyle woke.
The narrator gave up. Hey, narrator. Now you're supposed to read this, narrator. What? How did the narrator give? You're not. You're the narrator. You can't just give up. What? That's his job. He's supposed to read this. Kyle opened the closet. Great, now I have to be the narrator. It was really dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. We're gonna choose an outfit for Kyle.
Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is.
Okay, so apparently the narrator is a part-time worker. He's just working part-time. Okay, so start a poll. So now outfit. Our choices are A, B, C, and D. So A for jeans and swimming goggles, B for skunk pasties, C is a slick suit, and D is a suit of armor. So skunk pasties. To be honest, I'm not really sure what pasties are. I'm gonna Google what they are. What are pasties? Clothes. Okay, so you guys should never ever Google things that you don't know. In fact, you should probably only ever Google things that you do know. Googling things that you don't know leads to bad results. This is... Okay, I'm putting in some backup music. This is kind of... Alright. So, apparently, pasties are things that you put... they're kind of like stickers, but covering naughty bits. Alright, and we're gonna end the poll. Let's see, out... Oh. Alright. So we're going to make sure that Kyle protects his naughty bits with pasty... Now skunk pasties. I guess are pasties that are in the shape of skunks? Or maybe they smell of skunk? Or maybe they're really just skunks that are used to paste on naughty bits. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit more accurate.
Kyle chose the pasties made out of mashed skunk flesh.
Oh, thank God that the narrator cleared it up for me. So it's made out of mashed skunk flesh. Ooh, great. So he took a skunk, mashed it up, and he's putting it all over his naughty bits.
Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue.
Ooh. Guys, sidekicks. Wonderful choice. God. Alright, so now... Oh, I have to pick a back to room. So now you guys pick again. Great, this is... Okay, start a poll. This is a game. This is a game that we're playing. This is a game that we're playing together. Don't get me banned off YouTube, please. Guys, Kyle's a weirdo. Alright. And the worst thing is that... The worst part is that I put the word Kyle, the name Kyle, on top of my head. What if I'm Kyle? If I was Kyle, the Kyle that we're talking of, that we're playing the game of, I would have had skunk pasties all over my naughty bits. And the worst part is, half of my chat has turned their names into Kyle. Are there that many skunk pasties out there in the whole world for all of us? What have you guys done? And pulls over, it's C. Scavenge.
Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for...
Okay. So I get to pick now. And I like how the narrator's working again. I'm gonna pick bugs.
Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two.
Nice. Bug fables.
Soon, he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive.
Ooh, live in the voices. This chat depleted the world's supply of skunk pastries. Thank you, chat. Alright, so now you guys are gonna choose. Eat immediately or save for later use. Are you guys going to save the bugs? Or are you guys gonna eat the bugs? So, choice. Is it A or B? 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 Ryurichio says, does that mean this game is a self-insert fanfic? At this point it might be. And I don't want to see any kind of fan art about that at all whatsoever. Please don't. Imagine, after a long day at work, going to the Dropscythe tag and being like, oh, I wonder what's going on in the Dropscythe tag. You know what, I don't think I'll be looking at the Dropscythe tag anymore in my entire life ever. Alright, and you guys picked B.
Kyle stashed the wriggling mass for later use.
Kyle returned to the center of his bedroom. Okay, so well, next time it just says more or whatever, I'm just gonna we're not gonna count that as a turn. So now we're going to exit bedroom to hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connected the rooms of his apartment together. So we can either check locked door, leave the apartment, move to the kitchen, or return to the bedroom. So, choice time. So A, B, C, and D. What are you going to have Kyle do? Why am I sad? Okay, so the reason why I'm sad is because I have no idea if this game is going to get me banned off of YouTube. So I'm pretty worried. I am very worried. I am supremely worried. We should take out the name Kyle and put the name worried. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, okay, I guess this is our inventory. We have pasties and a ball of bugs, which is really good actually. I don't know why that's good, but anyway, we're going to move to the kitchen. I'll walk to the center of the kitchen. So this is my choice, and we're going to open the fridge.
Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat.
Okay, so now you guys are able to choose this choice again. So, choice A, B, C, D, or D. Oops. Okay. And your choices are, we can either have Kyle eat crust on fridge wall. I don't even know how a fridge gets crust on it. Or we can eat the fridge. Oh, okay, which I guess also includes eating the crust on the fridge wall. So it's kind of like a bonus. C, prepare breakfast. Or D, eat condiments. So I feel like this game has 3 horrible choices and 1 normal choice. And I don't even think that I need to wait very much because you guys want Kyle to eat the fridge. And okay. Okay. So, okay. Alright, chat. Great idea. Let's eat the entire fridge. You know, it says Kyle is a dumpy white man in the beginning of the game. He's still just a man. But if you command him to eat the fridge, he will? Let's see.
Kyle pointed his neck directly upwards and hoisted the fridge on top of his face.
It's very descriptive.
Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device. He started to swallow.
Miraculously.
In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat.
Did you guys hear the sound effect?
After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back out.
Why did you guys make Kyle do that? Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. So I'm going to have him, now... Oh, it's just bad food. Okay. Thing is that I don't think that even counts as food. We're going to, maybe we can salvage this in some way. Maybe we can have a combination of good food and bad food. I'm gonna check the pantry.
Kyle wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole.
Oh, lame. Okay, so that means we can only return to the hallway. And now you guys make this choice. Alright, so now it's time to choose between A, B, C, and D. Our choices are check locked door, leave apartment. A is for check locked door, B is for leave apartment, C is to move to the kitchen, and D is to return to the bedroom. Angel Ridnar says, I'm scared of Kyle. Are you sure you should be scared of Kyle? I feel like Kyle was a perfectly normal individual. Until chat completely decided that he must, without any question, or any sort of saying no. Chat declared that he must eat an entire fridge. Is it Kyle's fault that he ate the fridge? No, chat said he had to eat the fridge. And he did. You know, the guy says, ah, my favorite dish. Ah, my favorite dish. Fridge. Oh, so, you know, oh, I get it. Maybe I was the one in the wrong here. So normally, in the Doppio Dropscythe household, we do not eat our fridge. However, maybe sidekicks like to eat their fridge. And, maybe I was the weird one here. But okay. We're going to end the poll. And we're going to leave the apartment. With our skunk pasties. We're going to leave the apartment. Kyle... see, the narrator gave up. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. So we can either visit the downstairs neighbor or visit the tech store. I'm going to choose that we're going to visit the neighbor. Do you think we'll get arrested?
Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked.
Oh, he's back.
A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door.
I like how it's this time until interview 5 hours.
Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly.
So this took an entire hour. Now you guys are able to choose between, so choice. You guys can choose between, asking Gabby about Gabby, or asking Gabby about Rachel. So, you know, the entire point of the game is to get Kyle, a normal individual. They described him as a dumpy white man who is a talk show host. The idea was to get Kyle ready to talk about Rachel. I mean, yeah, to talk to Rachel. However, we didn't do anything but eat a fridge. That's probably been the highlight of our day, and it took us 26 hours to get out of bed and eat a fridge. Alright, so And instead of asking Gabby about Rachel, our only possible shining opportunity to know anything about Rachel, you guys want to ask Gabby about Gabby. Alright. I understand, chat. I understand. Okay, so let's ask Gabby about Gabby.
Gabby, asked Kyle, tell me about yourself. Gabby stiffened. Oh, you know, she said, putting on a fake smile. I just sit around here. Yes, I don't get around much. Never go out at night. I just stay here, right here. Gabby glared at Kyle. Convinced by Gabby's statement, Kyle bid her goodbye and returned to the street.
That was 5 hours of doing absolutely nothing. Ooh. Oh, it's time. Alright. So, are we prepared? We have bad food, a ball of bugs, and pasties. This is the most prepared I've ever been in my entire life. Next time I ever need to meet with my managers for anything at NIJISANJI, I know that my chat declared skunk pasties, a ball of bugs, and an entire fridge in my stomach, in my belly, is the best way to prepare for a nerve-wracking meeting. Can we eat Gabby? Says S Vanilla. You know, maybe I was the weird one, thinking that we don't eat people.
Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity.
All right, well, I'm in it for the ride. All right, I'm in it for the ride. Let's see. I'm in it for the ride. Let's see what happens. What kind of ending are we gonna get?
As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled.
We approach Rachel.
Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded.
Oh, okay, so I guess it's now my choice, so we can either scream and spin in circles, or we can answer politely. Now, because this is my choice, maybe the weird thing at this point is to answer politely.
And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. After other mild exchanges of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast.
See, you wanted me to scream and spin in circles. However, on your turn, you guys can pick whatever.
A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on.
Start broadcast.
Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle.
Let's introduce Rachel.
Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor.
At this point, if he vomits an entire fridge, does that make it a magic trick?
Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running.
That's a trooper.
Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice.
He stopped it and he vomited again.
Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction.
That's a shaky voice.
Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. So we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. In a shock, Kyle realized he had never bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Knowing he had the eyes of millions upon him, Kyle came up with a solution quickly.
Okay. So, this is your guys' choice. Now it's your turn. We can either Hold on, let me choice time. A, B, C, or D. So we can either blame Rachel for the lack of notes, like the gentleman Kyle is, or we can produce a ball of bugs. Now, I feel like it could have easily said take out a ball of bugs from pocket, but it said produce. I don't like the way it just says produce. 3, we can run away. Or 4, play dead. Bug ball. Okay, oh, it's not even close. Alright, we're just gonna produce ball of bugs.
Well, Rachel, said Kyle, I wanted to show this to you.
Wow, what a cool guy.
Kyle produced the ball of bugs he had accumulated from his bedroom floor.
Do you think that this is like Kyle's way of proposing marriage or something?
Rachel took several beats to figure out what Kyle was holding in his hands. A look of horror crossed her face.
I know her name is Rachel May, but maybe May's her middle name. Because we're turning it... We're turning this into Rachel May to Rachel May Denless. This is the most May Denless behavior I've ever seen in my entire life. We are literally... Guys, our Riz is so bad. Our Riz as Kyle is absolutely so bad. So bad.
Kyle, what on earth is that? She asked. Is it alive?
She's asking so many questions right now. Wait, Kyle rinses trust the process. You know, okay, let's trust the process.
Maybe, said Kyle. Here, watch this. Kyle, staring at Rachel, opened his mouth wide and slowly inserted the gooey ball of bugs.
Okay, so I know I just said it about a minute ago, but trust the process is absolutely garbage of advice. This is horrible advice. This is just horrible.
As Rachel watched, obviously unsettled, Kyle began to chew very slowly and intently.
That kicks. I have a stomach ache.
Attempting to swallow, Kyle coughed several times, covering Rachel in partially chewed bugs. Rachel sat, still shocked, processing what had happened.
Are we gonna get sued?
Kyle finished swallowing and opened his mouth to show that there were no bugs left.
A good boy, Kyle. Good boy, Kyle.
Well, that was satisfying, he said, smiling widely at the camera. Rachel got out of her seat and left the studio.
End. Kyle prepared by by eating bugs. Okay, well, okay. We're going to do this.
Kyle woke up. He is
let's,
famous.
Let's see what happens. Okay, I guess we should do another practice round. We'll do another practice round. We'll do you and me play at the same time once more. Kyle's first decision in the morning was made wisely. So I'm going to exit the bed. And Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around the bedroom. Alright, now your guys' choice. Choice. A, B, C, and D. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm not trusting you guys enough to play this game by yourself just yet. maybe you need Doppio Dropscythe supervision for one more round. And then you guys will be able to pick whatever you want. Alright. Oh, B. Interesting. If anything ever hits like 40%, I'm just gonna pick it. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Normal choice. Oh, damn. Check in desk drawer. Kyle opened up the side drawer of his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. Okay, so now you guys will be able to choose. Choice A, B, or C. A is either a small key, B is sorted change, or C, back to desk. 80, okay, small key.
Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in his desk.
Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Okay, we'll write notes for the interview. I feel like that's a good idea. I don't know what the key is for, though. I mean, there was the pantry, and I think there was another thing that was locked. Kyle the Wizard says, I want him to eat the change. I want Kyle to just eat disgusting things. Let's write notes for the interview.
Kyle wrote down his first question.
Okay, so I picked that choice. Now it's your turn to pick a choice. Okay. So I'm kind of curious, how many of you... For how many of you is this the first time you've ever experienced this game? Ever. Kind of curious. Press 1, actually. Press 1 if this is your first time ever seeing this game ever. Kyle is famous. Okay, so A is, are you a mother? B is, am I a mother? Or C, is your mother a mother? 1? Oh my god, that's a lot of ones. I am so sorry that you have to experience this game through me. What's happening says, may or nays. I am no... okay. I'm not sure. However, it's Kyle's world. Am I a mother?
Kyle wrote down his second question.
Let's see. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended, or C, ever eaten a raw egg whole? Okay. So, I'm gonna ask, what are some diet tips? You know, because dietitians are really cool.
Kyle wrote down his third question.
Alright, so now you guys will be able to choose this one. Choice time for sidekicks, A, B, or C. Now, our choices are... Let's see, what's your funniest story? B is, do you ever smile? And C, I purposely ran over a puppy. Wow. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. That's not even a question. Yeah, you're right. That's not even a question. It's just horrifying. Miss Munchkins, welcome to the arcade. Thank you. Alright, so we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we're choosing... Ooh. Ooh, you guys picked choice A. What's your funniest story? Alright. That's... It's like I'm glancing over and I'm like, am I reading that sentence correctly?
Kyle wrote down his last question.
What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Or are you guilty? Are you guilty?
Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk.
Back to desk. I think we exhausted desk drawer, so we're gonna go back to our room. And now, it's your guys' pick. It's Sidekick's choice. The choice A, B, C, and D. We can either open the closet, we can either sit at the desk, again, we can scavenge, or exit bedroom to hallway. Alright. Chu says, according to the Oratrice Mécanique, the Annalise Cardinal, Rachel's guilty. I'll take your word for it. Sounds like a book. Open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit.
Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is.
Alright, good choice, guys. I mean, good choice, sidekicks. It's true, we do need to wear clothes, right? So now it's your choice once more. What kind of clothes do you want to give Kyle? What clothes do you want to give Kyle? Think about it. Think about those clothes. These could be really important. They say clothes make the man. And, Kyle needs it. Kyle needs everything right now. We have A for jeans and swimming goggles, B for skunk pastries, C for a slick suit, and D for a suit of armor. 5 for... Oh, it's not even close. You guys really want him to... Alright, maybe we'll romance Rachel May this way. Suit of armor.
Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, it's just chat's mind control. It's just that.
After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self.
The second time they called him Dumpy. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom, so I'm gonna pick exit bedroom to hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Alright, now it's your choice. Let's see. It's choice time. It's choice time. A, B, C, O, D. It's choice time. It's time for you to choose between checking the locked door, leaving the apartment, move to the kitchen, or return to the bedroom. Ooh. It's not even close. I think you guys want to see what the mystery of the locked door is. Alright, we can do that. Check locked door.
Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside.
Okay. So we can either force the door open with forehead, or we can go back into the hallway. At this point, even I'm kind of curious. Alright, so, forehead punch.
Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with use of his face.
More.
After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia.
Oh. 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 I feel like that's not a good idea. Okay. Well, it's your guys' choice again. So, choice. Huh. So I guess locked door isn't what the key is for. I guess not. You need to touch the key? No. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It'll turn blue. Like, one of the choices will be blue if you have something that unlocks it. If you have like an inventory thingy that unlocks it. C for kitchen. Kyle walked into the center of the kitchen. Okay, we're going to check the pantry.
Kyle wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole.
I know you guys are going to pick unlock with small key.
The pantry door lock creaked as if it hadn't moved for years, but eventually opened.
Alright, look in pantry.
Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of bottled lard.
Okay, well, you know, so it's your turn. Oh, or is it my turn? No, I said that you guys would pick the thing. Okay, so I'm... I think that we're going to need food. So we're going to just chug it. Oh my god.
Kyle voraciously grabbed the closest bottle, snapped the neck against the wall, and sucked out all of the fat within a minute.
Okay, so now the choice is yours. So it's either A or B. We can either have Kyle stop, or we can have him do it again. All right. All right. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, this was the closest one so far, but it's clearly that you guys want him to eat another one.
Kyle wildly sucked down another bottle. He felt very sick.
I don't know. Do we go with the big? I don't know. Do we go with it? I mean, we opened up the fridge and everything, right? I mean, the pantry and everything, right? We kind of have to do it.
Kyle's vomit and the lard were mixing in a way to make it hard to tell which was which.
Okay, so now this is almost a life or death choice, I feel like. Or rather, it might not be. It might not be. This could be a life or death choice. We can either have Kyle stop, or we can have Kyle go all the way. Alright. 5, 4, 3. It's not even close. You guys just want him to. Alright, well, here we go.
As Kyle finished the last bottle of lard, he felt a wave of accomplishment come over him.
This was an adventure. Alright, well, let's... I don't have words right now.
Kyle hurried to the set.
So let's have the narrator say it for me.
Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here." Kyle responded.
Forget her name from Amnesia.
"Hello. You?" Kyle's ears began to ring from his concussion. Rachel looked at Kyle, slightly confused, but continued smiling. Before she noticed the glazed look in Kyle's eyes, the producer approached. "Time to get started," he said, putting a hand on Kyle's shoulder.
Let's get stationed. Time to get started. Let's get stationed.
Kyle sat in the nearest chair, which was Rachel's. After a moment, Rachel hesitantly sat in the host chair. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. "Good morning, everyone," said Kyle. "My name is... Kyle made a desperate effort to remember his name, or really anything. Kyle looked at Rachel. "Do you know who I am?" he asked. Rachel looked back, confused. "Who are you?" "Well, if you're not Kyle, I don't know who you are," Rachel smiled sweetly. Kyle made up his mind that he was probably Kyle.
Probably, it's a good idea.
"Well, he said, I'm Kyle." A long silence followed. Eventually, Rachel spoke again. And I'm Rachel. Hi, everyone." She waved. "Hi, Rachel," said Kyle. "So why are we here?"
Why are we here? That's a good philosophical question.
Rachel was visibly worried. "Ha ha, funny," she said. "Weren't you planning on asking me any questions?" I mean, I don't have any ideas, said Kyle. Kyle kept staring at Rachel. Someone coughed. Kyle looked around and noticed the crew. Who on earth are all of you? He asked. Nobody answered. Kyle got out of his chair and walked off frame, leaving Rachel alone with millions of viewers. Rachel smiled at the camera nervously. Well, she said, let me tell you some knock-knock jokes. Eventually, the producer ended the broadcast early due to technical issues. Kyle woke up in his bed the next day, remembering nothing about what had happened.
Oh, it's so lame. Oh, that's so lame. That's so lame. That's so lame. That's so lame. Okay. It's so lame. It's so lame. Okay. So we're going. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do the entire thing really quickly. I'm gonna speed run our choices. Just so that we can see.
Kyle wrote down his first question. Kyle wrote down his second. Kyle wrote down his third. Kyle.
Closet. Outfit.
Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect
suit of armor.
After
bedroom, kitchen, pantry.
Kyle wanted to instead of an assortment.
Lard.
Kyle's
lard.
Kyle, instead of an assortment,
grab a bottle of lard.
Kyle grabbed a bottle of lard and stashed it on his person for later use.
All right. So this way. We don't have the whole amnesia thing ruining things. All right.
Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity.
This way, all of our efforts won't be in vain.
As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded.
Ooh, okay. So, I know you guys want it.
Kyle stretched his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show.
Ooh. Alright, now it's your turn. Okay, so choice. A or B? Do we insist or not? A, insist. That's a huge majority. All right. Okay. I insist. Kyle insists that we do the absolutely ridiculous thing.
Kyle shoved his producer out of the way, spread his arms wide, and began to scream loudly. He began to rotate slowly, screaming throughout, lightly brushing his hands against the faces of Rachel and his producer. After several minutes, Kyle was finished. He slowly put his hands to his sides and smiled. I'm ready, said Kyle.
He's so weird.
Rachel blinked at Kyle, shrugged, and walked over to her seat. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle.
The kind who remember stuff. It's good to be back.
Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor.
Oh my god, it's just like an entire pantry's worth of lard. Oh god.
Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running.
Not even anything cool like an entire fridge this time. It's just an entire... It's just fat.
Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. "Hello, Kyle," she said. "I'm glad to be here."
It must smell so bad. It must smell so bad right now. Like, just... must smell so bad.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. So we might as well dive right in, said Kyle.
Okay, so... do we just drink the lard in front of her? Even more lard. We might as well, right?
Dive right into this bottle, that is. Kyle pulled out his bottle of lard, bit the top off, and chugged it. Kyle's body rejected the lard. He began to spew chunks of lard and digestive fluid in every direction.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Everything within a 10-foot radius was immediately covered, including Rachel.
Guys, I don't think Rachel is gonna ever get riz tonight. It just might be impossible for us to riz Rachel.
Kyle continued to vomit. Rachel bravely fought to stay seated amidst the vomit, hoping to save the show from disaster. Unfortunately, Kyle's vomit had covered all of the cameras. There was no broadcast. Kyle finished spewing, eventually. The broadcast was not recoverable. All present were sent home to try again another day. As Kyle got home, he made a mental note to refill his lard supply.
Okay, so we're going to reset the interview. Okay, and let's see what happens when we don't drink
And I,
the lard.
after other mild Well, I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile.
and lard.
Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier.
Ooh, okay. So I think we're gonna go with them one at a time. So let's start. Let's start off with something really normal. What are some diet tips, Rachel?
Rachel, you managed to keep such a thin and healthy figure, said Kyle. What is your best diet tip? Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel. And don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit. But, she continued, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed. She smiled.
Wow, what a normal answer from a very normal person.
Kyle looked at his flabby self, decided not to comment, and moved on. Kyle asked another question.
Am I a mother? Are you guilty? What's your Rachel's like, a midnight snack isn't that bad every now and then. Are you guilty?
Rachel. Are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up, and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously.
Oh, she's definitely guilty. That's what guilty people do.
Guilty, spat Kyle. Of your crimes!
Of your crime.
Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably.
Because she's guilty.
Kyle asked another question.
Am I a mother?
Rachel, am I a mother? Kyle looked at her very seriously. Rachel was visibly unsure of how to respond.
We're just creeping her out. She'll never get riz like this, everyone.
Well, Kyle, I think you might be a better source of answering that question than I am. But do you think I'm a mother? Asked Kyle, pushing further. Rachel paused for a second before answering. I think you inspire youth to pursue STEM fields, she answered. Kyle asked another question.
What's your funniest story?
You've been involved in a lot of different things, said Kyle. But what's your funniest story? Well, that's a great question, Kyle, said Rachel.
I don't know, I'm kind of annoyed at Rachel. I'm not sure if I like it and how she's all happy-go-lucky like this.
I think the story I always remember is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family.
This isn't gonna be funny at all. In fact, it's probably gonna be very boring. Also, he's definitely guilty of something.
In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk and tipped the whole jar of salt in the pot.
Not a single person laughed at her funny story.
While my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my room.
Wait, she just committed a crime. I mean, she just confessed to crime.
Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time.
This is the criminal's final act.
Why exactly did you decide to wear a suit of armor today?
Oh.
Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing?
Unlocked. More world options. Oh god. Alright. So now... What is this? Unlock? Mansions? Okay, well, looks like we got something. So I'm going to turn off the voiceover and I'm going to voice everything. Now it's up to you guys. Sorry, it's up to you, sidekicks, to make up a story all about Kyle, all on your own. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? Do you have the ability to handle it? Alright. Let's go. Kyle woke up. He is famous. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. And we're going to have sidekicks choose, so choice A or B. A is to wither away, or B, to exit the bed. You know, usually, getting up is the correct choice, but maybe... Oh, wither. Oh, okay, wither away. As you commanded, wither away. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle Kyle withered successfully and died. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Oh! So this is just like Rainbow. Even though she's a ghost, she must work. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Alright. Next. Choice. A, B, C, or D. Now, in your choice, you can either open the closet, sit at desk, scavenge, or exit bedroom to hallway. So, ghost. See, I wonder how much that affects the story now that we're dead. B. Sit at desk is winning. A is for opening the closet. B is to sit at desk. C is to scavenge. And D is exit bedroom to hallway. Saturn, thank you for 9 months. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Saturn. Alright, you guys have 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. And the choice is... Ooh, A. A wins with opening the closet. Open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark, and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Now we can either A. Inspect rusty locker. B. Choose an outfit, or C. Back to bedroom. Okay, it's time for your choice one more time, Psychics. A, B, or C. The rusty locker seems to be something new. A, alright. It looks pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Let's see. Kyle knelt down and inspected the old rusty container that had been locked and that had been in his closet for ages. Kyle knelt down and inspected the old rusty container that had been in his closet for ages. It was locked, but had a blade-shaped slot on the top. Back to bedroom. Ooh. Alright. Looks like you guys don't have that key yet. So next we have choice. A, B, C, and D. Alright. Ooh. D is winning so far. I see. Alright, we're gonna pick C. Scavenge. Scavenge. Alright. It says now. Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for... Alright. You guys have one more to choose already. You guys are gonna be voting a lot. It's your duty after all. In the Kyle universe, you can either choose for A, gossip, B, back to bedroom, C, resources, or D, bugs. Let's see. Ooh, alright. Looks like it's really in favor of gossip. So let's go for gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May's going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers. There was a stunned silence. Then, a door opened, and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. It's quite enough. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. That's a bug hero. My god. Okay. Choice time. A, B, C, and D. You know, that's not really a secret if somebody says, you know, my secret is that I'm a bug-masked superhero. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. Alright, and exit bedroom the hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connected the rooms of his apartment together. Okay, so this is the same as before. Now, choice A, B, C, D. We can either check the locked door, leave apartment, move to the kitchen, or return to the bedroom. So, last time... what did we do? Okay, so, last time, we found out that the secret of the kitchen's locked door was just a bunch of lard. A? Okay. We'll go for A. Locked door. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Okay, so I know what you guys are gonna pick. It's blue. Flown through as a ghost. Let's see what happens. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Go inside. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Now this is now we're getting really somewhere different. This is really different territory now. We can A, check the sewing machine. B, go back. C, check supernatural artifact. Or D, get the laser claymore. Interesting ghost powers. Interesting ghost powers. Alright. Let's see what you guys pick though. You guys have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doo-doom. Alright, check supernatural artifact, okay? This was one of the many mysterious artifacts Kyle had been sent over the years. Ooh, okay. So, you know, I guess his fans come in all shapes and sizes. Some are from the dark, evil dimensions that have mysterious artifacts, and some are normal. Let's see. Choice A or B. We can either smash the artifact or B, grab the artifact. So B, grab artifact? Okay. Alright. Let's see. Kyle stashed a mysterious artifact for later use. Back to room. Oh. Alright. Interesting. So we're not automatically kicked out. Which means you guys could get the laser claymore too if you wanted. Or the sewing machine. Alright, let's see. It's like, it's not even close. Like, I know you guys want the claymore. We'll get it. Expecting a battle, Kyle grabbed the laser claymore. Back to room. Now, let's see. Poll. Choice A or B. You can either go back to the hallway, or sewing machine. You guys have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sewing machine time. Kyle walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box was only half removed. Aw. We'll go back to the hallway. Alright. That led to nothing. Sewing machine was just a scam. Choice A, B, C, or D. Alright. Alright, Kyle kicks. Well, through side door. Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice that. But I feel like that's just the door that we were there, right? That we were just at, right? A. All right. Let's go. Let's check. Yeah, it was the same one. Okay. You guys used 2 hours. By the way. Alright. You guys have 4 hours. 4 turns left. 4 turns left. How will you use them? How will you use them? I'll kick. Scam door. I mean, even I said it's probably the same one. B, leave apartment, okay. Leave apartment. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. Alright. So now... Let's see. Choice? A or B? C or D? Oh, thank you so much, Toasty Ghosty. Thank you so much, Toasty Ghosty, for 5 Doppio Dropscythe membership gifts. Big thank you to you, Toasty Ghosty. Now speaking of ghosts, we can either visit the downstairs neighbor, or we can hunt around. We could also visit the tech store, but who wants to do that when you're a ghost, right? Alright, so we're gonna haunt around. Kyle felt a sudden pull on his heart. Had he abandoned his job as a ghost? Was he feeling spooky? His spooky, ethereal role that he'd accepted while lying in bed this morning? Kyle realized he had no other choice. He must spend his day spooking about. Kyle decided he should make a plan about who and where he should spook. Okay. So now it's your choice. We can either spook at the interview, spook Gabby, or spook himself. Oh. Toasty Ghosty says, I decided to become a member when I started my new job. I ended up getting a promotion, so here's a little gift back to the sidekicks. Oh, that's so cool, Toasty Ghosty. Hey! So, congratulations, 2 months on the job, and a promotion. Awesome work, Toasty Ghosty. We're proud of you. Congrats, congrats, congrats. What an amazing, amazing, amazing piece of news to hear. Really happy to hear that. Man, it's always nice to see sidekicks getting the good stuff in life. End poll. So, we picked Spook himself, so Kyle spooks himself. Kyle could think of nobody better to spook than himself. Kyle sat on the sidewalk and looked at the ground. He took a deep breath. Kyle began to scream uncontrollably. as he had managed to spook himself by his very existence. Kyle jumped up from the sidewalk and began to run around, flailing his arms. Unfortunately, Kyle was unable to escape the fact that he was himself. Kyle spent several minutes screaming. But as he screamed, Kyle realized it was becoming time for Rachel's interview. Continuing to scream, Kyle traveled to his studio. That evening, Kyle tried to do well by his duties and conduct the interview with Rachel. But being able to only express pure terror, the episode consisted only of Rachel watching and scream. This episode was very popular. Kyle was asked to continue screaming in the next episode and the next. Kyle's show was rebranded to Kyle is Scared. With Kyle, the studio went on to produce many episodes. Kyle remained existentially terrified of himself. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got a new cursor, so how do we do that? Unlock. Flashlight. Okay. I'm kind of curious to see, how your other choices would have handled that one. So, wither away. Ducks. So you guys, what did you guys do? We exited the bedroom. We checked the locked door, floated through. We'll get the supernatural artifact. We'll get the laser claymore. Okay, so I'm gonna control this one. I'm controlling. You guys had a choice, and you guys decided to become a ghost. And actually, you decided to make Kyle's life even better by making sure that he had the most hit show in the world. So congratulations to you. Let's see, what can we do? So let's... Oh, I remember what you guys also did. You also scavenged for gossip and found out that the neighbor was a bug hero. Then you guys exited. And what else did you guys? We could... Let's do this. Let's visit the neighbor. Oh! A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. We can either greet and start conversation, consume Gabby, or scream and spin. Well, you know, I just realized that we didn't eat breakfast today, so we might as well consume Gabby. Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Gabby. Job done. Kyle returned to the middle of the street. Let's haunt around. Kyle felt a sudden pull on his heart. Had he abandoned his job as a ghost? Can we haunt? Ooh. Let's... Alright. Let's spook Gabby. Alright. Kyle believed that Gabby would be delighted to have him spook about a bit. Kyle started to slowly creep to Gabby's door in a very spooky way. He crouched by Gabby's door, cooing quietly and waiting for her to leave so he could cause her a spook. It didn't take long. Soon. So did we consume Gabby or what? There's two Gabbys. Didn't take long. Soon Gabby exited her apartment and started walking towards her car. Kyle crept behind her, invisible to all senses. Gabby opened the driver's side door and got in. He seemed to be leaving for some errands. Kyle was struck with a wonderful idea. Kyle started to run to the back of Gabby's car. Perhaps, if he could catch her before she left, he could hide in the trunk. Kyle could make noises as he drove, He could follow her around on her errand, knocking over small objects nearby. Gabby put the car in reverse and floored the accelerator. Invisible to all senses, Kyle was crushed underneath the back tires out of the car, creating a large bump. Gabby figured she had hit the curb. She put the car into forward and floored the accelerator again. Kyle became locked in an endless loop of Gabby, trying to move her car out of her parking space, being run over repeatedly. As the day stared, it should be started, right? No wonder I read it wrong. As the day stared to wane, and it drew closer, to the time of Rachel's interview, Kyle ceased to be a ghost. Paranormal. Okay. Gabby neither noticed nor stopped. Kyle was forced to conduct Rachel's interview while being run over. Kyle's crew moved the filming set next to Gabby's apartment. Rachel appeared. Kyle asked her many questions. They shared several laughs. The interview was successful. The sound of Gabby flooring her car's accelerator drowned out large sections of the episode. Okay. Alright, so man, okay. I'm using my Doppio host. This is my channel veto powers. I'm kind of curious. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're going to... Oh, wait, no. We need to restart. I messed up. You have to turn into a ghost. We're gonna open the closet. Okay. We'll use the skunk pasties. Why not? Why not? We're going to, we're gonna scavenge.
What are you so happy about?
Okay. Then, we're gonna get the locked door. Supernatural artifact. Laser claymore. Leave apartment. Yes, we're okay. We're able to consume Gabby. Perfect. Yes. Uh-oh. Took the interview. Dude, no way. Oops. Okay. So I messed up. I missed a few lines. So we're going to haunt the interview now. The studio was empty. Being so early, the crew wouldn't arrive for several hours. Kyle gleefully skipped around the building, finding the best spot for himself to hide. After searching for some time, Kyle decided to hide behind the guest chair. Kyle quickly placed himself down and drew his legs to his chest. Soon, the crew began to arrive and set up for the interview that night. Invisible to all senses, Kyle went undetected. He watched as cameras were set up, screens were turned on, and pages were flipped. Within an hour, Rachel walked into the studio. "Hey everyone," said Rachel, smiling kindly. "I'm ready to get prepped. Who do I need to talk to first?" Kyle's producer approached her. "Thanks for being here, Rachel. You should talk to Andrea about makeup first and then wait for when Kyle arrives." Kyle, knowing he was duping everyone, began to giggle uncontrollably. It was then that he, like clockwork, ceased to be a ghost. Studio grew silent. Everyone stared at Kyle, head down, clutching his legs and giggling at the floor. Kyle froze. He had found himself in a situation he had not encountered before. Kyle started to crawl out of the studio on all fours, hoping his small form would avoid attracting more attention. Everyone wordlessly watched as Kyle slowly made his way across the stage, through the production set, and out the door. As soon as he was outside the studio, Kyle broke into an all-out sprint. Kyle made his way back to his apartment as quickly as possible. Kyle sat in his kitchen and processed what had happened during the day. He vowed he would never hunt anything again. Oh, so if you pick... Okay, I see. Okay, I want to see what the artifact does. Okay. We're going to open the closet, outfit, flick suit, whatever. Scavenge, gossip.
What are you so happy about?
Okay. I just really want to see what happens. Okay, supernatural artifact, grab artifact, laser claymore, leave, consume Gabby, and tech store. Kyle walked into a clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot, playing the soft music from a small microphone. You can either return to the street, ask an attendant for free samples, or steal Techno Jim. We're gonna steal Techno Jim. Alright. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Yeah, I don't want to read it. You know what? I'm gonna have the narrator read it. Alright. Okay, narrator, do it.
Kyle woke up.
I have to do it again. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I
Kyle
got this.
quickly
I got this. I got this. I know exactly what I want. Alright. I know exactly what I want. Lock door.
Kyle walked.
Flow through as a ghost. Go inside. I'm speedrunning this so hard. Grab artifact, back to room. I'm gonna get the laser claymore, get that. Then we're gonna go back to the hallway. We won't have much time. We're gonna leave the apartment. We're going to visit the downstairs neighbors. Gonna make sure we eat the downstairs neighbor. And we're also gonna go make sure that we have time to visit the tech store and steal Techno Gym. Perfect. Chance frozen, yeah, Chance been frozen the entire day today.
He ceased to be a ghost before he arrived.
Thank you, narrator.
Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled.
Okay, so it's been a while since you guys had a vote. So, we can either approach Rachel, or we can throw an artifact at Rachel. I know some of you guys have always wanted to throw an artifact at Rachel. So now it's your opportunity. Now is your very splendid opportunity to throw something at Rachel. Hey, yeah, I knew it. You guys wanted to throw something at Rachel. I get it.
As she approached to shake his hand, Kyle produced the supernatural artifact and winged it at Rachel's face.
A ding.
Within moments of the artifact colliding with her head, Rachel started to turn into a lizard demon.
Huh.
Rachel began to cause destruction, tipping over her lights and causing crew members to scatter.
Huh.
Kyle, realizing the disaster he had caused, decided it was up to him to tame the monster.
Huh. Well, on one hand, we can throw crew members at the monster, which is pretty funny. Or, we can throw ourselves at the monster. Now, it's pretty hard to throw a self. I feel like physically, like that's... Like, physics-wise, you can't really throw yourself, right? You can, like, jump, but you're not throwing yourself. Let's throw ourselves.
Kyle launched himself at the monstrous Rachel. In a great collision of flesh, Kyle rammed face first into the monster's stomach. Kyle continued to launch himself into Rachel's stomach with wild abandon.
He just continues.
After several dozen collisions, small, insignificant bones in Kyle's body began to fracture. Kyle continued.
Oh my god, he's like My Hero Academia. He's like Deku.
Rachel began to lose stamina from the incessant damage Kyle was inflicting upon her.
Oh my god, this is top 10 anime moments with Kyle.
Kyle continued his assault. Nobody present could tell what parts of his body were bruised and what weren't.
Oh my god, he's so cool.
Eventually, in one well-placed lunge, the artifact embedded in Rachel's face popped out. Immediately, Rachel turned back into her normal human self. The studio, now in shambles, flicked to life. The broadcast had started automatically. Kyle, unable to move properly, became aware that the eyes of many were upon him. Kyle tried to address the audience, but instead spewed some mixture of breakfast, phlegm, and chunks of plaster.
Well, and breakfast is our downstairs neighbor, so.
Kyle's spewing video became a very hot meme.
Ooh, nice.
Online personalities used it to express distaste about social issues. Teenagers sent it to each other about homework amounts. Rachel's broadcast was rescheduled for the following week. Fans complained about not being able to see Rachel's face as she wore protective headgear the entire time.
Rachel prepared. Rachel's prepared by being a lizard. Okay, so what happens if we don't
As
throw
Kyle
it at
approached
Rachel?
her, "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here." Kyle responded.
We're going to scream and spin in circles.
Kyle stretched his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show.
Alright, that seems reasonable to me.
A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on.
We're gonna gossip about our neighbor? Alright, we can do that.
"Good evening, everybody," said Kyle. "My neighbor is a bug vigilante." what an amazing way to start. With nothing more to say on the matter, he fell silent. Rachel, also on camera, stared at her hands and wondered when she was going to be introduced. The producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Kyle continued to remain silent and stare forward blankly. After several minutes, Kyle's stomach began to bubble and pop. Suddenly, his neck shot straight upwards. Sprouting from his mouth was an outstretched hand. Gabby climbed out of Kyle's mouth and walked to the center of the set. "Hi, everyone," she said, smiling hollowly. "My name is Gabby, and I'm not a bug vigilante."
What the hell? What?
False. Kyle looked at Gabby and then returned to staring forwards. Gabby began to reply, but was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt. "Bug girl," it squawked. "A robbery's in progress on East 3rd. Report immediate." Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and crushed it under her foot. After a beat, she spoke tightly. "Something has come up suddenly and I must go." Gabby left the set. "Well," said Kyle, "that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us, Rachel." Kyle got up, shook Rachel's hand again, and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. Not knowing what else to do, the producer ended the broadcast. In the coming days, fans of both Rachel and Kyle dubbed this show as a masterpiece of television.
As it should, as it should.
Stay Up Late with Kyle's online pages were updated to reflect this broadcast as the most popular ever. Kyle's producer later tried to have Rachel on the show again, but she was very, very, very busy.
Aw, man. Kyle talked about Gabby. Okay. So, what else do we have? We have the Claymore. Okay, so we have the Claymore.
Sitting
but we also
across
have
from his
the-
host chair was a glamorous As Kyle approached,
We also have
"Good
a
evening,
really...
Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes.
We also
"I've
have
been
a-
looking forward to being here."
We also have a really slick suit, so maybe we can riz the hell out of Rachel now.
Kyle responded.
Okay, so in order to riz Rachel, we're going to scream and spin in circles.
Kyle was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel. Kyle shoved his producer out of the way, spread his arms wide, and began to scream loudly. He began to rotate slowly, screaming throughout, lightly brushing his hands against the faces of Rachel and his producer. After several minutes, Kyle was finished. He slowly put his hands to his sides and smiled.
Beautiful.
"I'm ready," said Kyle.
I'm ready.
Rachel blinked at Kyle, shrugged, and walked over to her seat. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. "Good evening, everyone," said Kyle, looking at the camera. "Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction."
Okay, so we have this we have this option that says become Rachel May. I know somebody in chat was just like, "Oh, we need a sequel to this game where you can play as Rachel May." Say no more, fam.
"However," said Kyle, suddenly dropping his voice, "Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to this show. She did not walk in before me. In fact," said Kyle, "I am Rachel May."
What the hell's going on?
Rachel looked at Kyle, confused, and silently mouthed the words, "You are who?" Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. "I have never been, Kyle," he proclaimed. "I have never been the host of the show Stay Up Late with Kyle." Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. "I am here for but one reason, to interview myself." Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. It was then that Kyle remembered that he had not bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Realizing he did not know how to handle this situation, Kyle began sweating profusely, but he continued. "Firstly," he said, is your name Kyle?"
What?
"No!" Kyle slammed his fists down repeatedly. Then he stopped talking.
Yeah, it's just like it's so nostalgic. It's just like Say No More.
A thick, uncomfortable silence hung over the studio. The silence did not end. The cameras continued to roll. Nobody moved or spoke. Eventually, Rachel got out of her chair and walked off screen.
Wait, which Rachel?
One by one, members of the crew followed suit. Eventually, Kyle was left alone in the studio, camera still running, silently sitting in frame. This episode of Stay Up Late with Kyle became the longest episode in television history.
Ooh, special.
Kyle continued to sit in front of the camera all night and into the morning, wishing it would end. As evening fell again, the crew shuffled back in one by one, getting in places to film that day's episode. Kyle continued to sit motionless, cameras rolling, as the crew chatted about their days and got in position.
The hell?
Eventually, the crew officially started the next episode. Kyle was prompted to introduce himself again. Kyle had produced an incredibly artistic episode.
Kyle was artistic. Okay, let's see. Is there
Kyle approached her,
Okay.
Good evening.
Let's see if there's
Kyle
anything else
responded.
we can squeeze from this one.
A moment after seating, Tonight, I have... Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor.
That's different.
From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle had passed out.
Oh.
Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor.
Kyle prepared by starving himself. Okay. So, but that's not true. We ate the neighbor. Okay, so I have one final idea. One final idea. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open the closet. We're going to
Kyle
wear...
decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is.
We're going to get the skunk pasties. Very important, skunk pasties.
Kyle, get it.
Next, we're going to sit at our desk, and we're going to write notes for the interview.
Kyle wrote down his first question.
Now we're going to pick the most unhinged questions. Is your mother a mother?
Kyle wrote down his second question.
Ever eaten a raw egg whole or beef mashed or blended?
Kyle wrote down his third question.
I purposely ran over a puppy.
Kyle wrote down his last
And are
question.
you guilty?
Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk.
Let's see. We're gonna go back to the room. We're going to exit bedroom to hallway. We're gonna move to the kitchen. Open the fridge.
Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat.
Oh yeah, what if we just prepare breakfast?
Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast, along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage.
You smash it? No, eat it.
Kyle ate his breakfast slowly and thoughtfully, enjoying every bite. He felt refreshed.
Good. I'll walk to the kitchen, to the center of the kitchen. Okay, what else can we do to prepare? What if, since we have our notes and our pastries, we can leave the apartment, visit the tech store. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot playing soft music from a small microphone. So now we can steal Techno Jim again.
Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to heave upwards. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind.
Ah, I see. So it was one that you needed a whole lot of turns for.
Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring, bewildered, and ran outside.
Continue a day. Let's see, let's visit downstairs neighbor.
Kyle, a middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door.
And we'll scream and spin. Nothing.
Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host...
We got that,
Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here.
Interview Techno Jim's. Okay, obviously we want to interview Techno Jim, the goat.
Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. Hello, Techno Jim, said Kyle. I'm going to interview you today.
Techno Jim.
Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned the crew to go live.
Yo, producer, my guy, he understands me. You producer.
Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. "Hi, I'm Kyle," said Kyle, "and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest." He pointed at Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights.
Hey, but smoking's not good for your lungs, Techno Jim.
"Would you like to introduce yourself?" asked Kyle. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. "Hi, Kyle," he said, raising the pitch of his voice. "My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest."
Basically, that's not Techno Jim, that's Rachel May.
Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. "Wow, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly." Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare.
You should feel ugly.
"Wow, Kyle," he said. "I sure wish I could look like you." Techno Jim burst into flames.
What?
Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon aburst with electrical fires. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put the fires out.
Wait, no, but we need sound mixers.
As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat, motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode.
Let's go Techno Jim.
Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular.
Oh, let's go Rachel. Interviewed Rachel. Alright. So, let's see.
"Good evening, Kyle." Kyle responded. "And I..." A moment after... "Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction."
Now, as Rachel, we'll be able to answer questions as Rachel.
"However," said Kyle, suddenly dropping his voice, "Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to this show. She did not walk in before me."
And the best part is you can hear the narrator go absolutely off. One more time.
"In fact," said Kyle, "I am Rachel May." Rachel looked at Kyle, confused, and silently mouthed the words, "You are who?"
Oh!
Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. "I have never been, Kyle," he proclaimed. "I have never been the host of the show Stay Up Late with Kyle." Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. "I am here for but one reason, to interview myself." Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. Kyle read the first question on his list. "Is your mother a mother?"
Is your mother a mother?
Kyle replied, "No, because I am my mother." "And," continued Kyle, "I am your mother and everyone's mother and also Rachel and Kyle and..."
He's so confused. He's so good. And continue, Kyle. "I'm your mother and everyone's mother." This is the Doppio Dropscythe experience. But becoming an adoptive father to to video game characters.
"I'm also your children and that woman you met in the coffee shop yesterday and your high school best friend."
Okay, never mind. This is a little bit too complicated for even Doppio.
"And I'm your friends and I'm that person next to you and I'm also you." Kyle waved his arms around and smiled. Nobody seemed to understand.
No, never mind. It's back to the Doppio Dropscythe experience once again.
It's a magic trick! Shouted Kyle happily. I'm everyone now!
What the hell? Yumi, 11 months. Thank you so much, Yumi.
Kyle got up and happily danced out of the studio, arms spread wide. Although not taken seriously at first, sociologists quickly found that Kyle's claims were true. Somehow, magically, Kyle became everyone and nobody else technically existed anymore. After a massive amount of study, it was found that Kyle had stumbled upon a very unexpected sociological loophole. Nobody really knew what to do with this newfound discovery,
What?
so they decided to do nothing. Kyle continued to be theoretically everyone, and everybody else continued to be theoretically non-existent. It was a strange time to be alive.
We are Kyle. Kyle was everyone. No! Damn it. Okay, hold on. Man, this game is gonna... Okay, I promise this is the last one. Alright. Write notes for the interview.
Kyle wrote down...
Am I a mother?
Kyle wrote down his second question.
Raw egg.
Kyle wrote down his last question.
Okay. Back to room. Actually, do we even need anything else? Open the closet. Use an outfit.
Kyle decided to take...
Skunk pastries.
Kyle's getting the slimy garments to...
And then, I think we can skip to the end of day. Yeah.
Sitting
Oh, wait,
across
no.
from his host chair was a glamorous woman
No,
with a...
we forgot to eat. 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 We got
Kyle
dressed.
decided to... Kyle...
Did a desk. Notes.
Kyle wrote down his...
Am I a mother?
Kyle wrote down his...
Raw egg.
Kyle wrote down...
Puffy.
Kyle wrote...
Guilty. Back to room. Kitchen. Fridge.
Kyle
Levy
opened
says,
the fridge, intending to find something to eat.
just as the Calicix predicted, we aren't Kyle. Congrats, Kyle. Yes, you win, Kyle. Eat condiments.
Kyle started to grab condiments from the fridge, squirting them into his mouth with both hands. Ketchup, horseradish, and mayonnaise entered Kyle's mouth at a rate that soon overwhelmed his ability to swallow. Kyle spewed the excess condiment slurry across the kitchen, covering the furniture and walls. Kyle continued until all of the condiments had been emptied.
Okay, now I think we can, actually, wait, what if we leave apartment, tech store, free samples?
Kyle asked the store attendant whether or not they offered any free samples to important customers. The attendant gave Kyle a confused and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrepit phone meant for spare parts and held it out.
Ooh, grab with teeth.
Kyle firmly clamped his mouth around the outstretched phone, creating several punctures in the screen. Kyle grunted and yanked with his head until the attendant let go of the phone. The phone is now Kyle's to use forever.
Free phone.
Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his... Good. Kyle responded.
Politely, okay, perfect.
Good. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May,
Now
who needs no more introduction.
Now will become Rachel May, perfect.
However, she... In fact... Rachel looked at Kyle. Kyle... I have never been, Kyle!
Such a good...
Kyle looked and
so
pointed
good.
directly at... Kyle said... Kyle read the first question on his list. Are you a mother?
Let's see, what does he say?
Well, he said, brightening, I'm glad you asked. Yes, I have produced many, many, many children.
He's so weird.
In fact, said Kyle, motioning to Rachel, one of my children is sitting here with me today. Rachel looked incredibly confused. After a moment, Kyle spoke again. I am your mother! He stood up again. Give me a big hug, daughter! After a moment more, Rachel shrugged, stood up, and gave Kyle a hug. The interview continued, Kyle talking about his supposed raising of Rachel and their times together.
How does he do it?
Rachel engaged in the interview with exuberance, answering questions as best she could and enjoying every moment.
Resending?
From this episode, Rachel's childhood and family became a debated topic in her fan base. When fans asked Rachel about the matter, she would giggle and make a joke about the interview. Scientists and fans began to dig deep, finding evidence both for and against the Kyle is Rachel's mother theory. But no matter how much anyone dug, nobody was able to come to a conclusion on the matter. Kyle had created a public mystery.
Created mystery. Okay, wait. So we won't be able to do any more. But
Kyle
let's see.
respond.
If we do more.
Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier.
Am I a mother?
Rachel, am I a mother? Kyle looked at her.
Oh no, we did this one already. Nah, let's see.
Kyle asked another question.
Ever eaten a raw egg whole?
Hey, Rachel, ever eaten a raw egg whole? Asked Kyle. Like shell and all? Asked Rachel. Kyle continued. Like a lot. It's really bad though, so sometimes I spit it back up. There was a silence. It actually gets easier the more you do it, continued Kyle without losing momentum. So don't start, I say. Rachel chose not to answer and looked in another direction. Kyle asked another question. Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously. Guilty, spat Kyle. Of your crimes!
Of your crimes.
Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably.
We can call the police.
Kyle whipped out his phone and started dialing the police. Kyle quickly realized that the broken phone he had gotten for free was not able to call anyone. Kyle looked sadly at his hand, realizing he had botched a wonderful opportunity to be helpful. Rachel looked at Kyle smiling. Her eyebrows twitched a bit.
What does that mean?
What's the problem, Kyle? Anything I can help you with? She glared, still smiling. Kyle looked up from his hand sadly. He slowly shook his head. The interview continued on. Rachel answered questions cheerily. Kyle forced a smile through the entire episode, but he felt very sad inside. Kyle had missed his chance to be helpful.
What does that mean? God. Browse social media? What? Well, we still have the phone, but it's broken. What? Can we... Text store. Give review of free sample.
This phone, said Kyle, is several years old and has exposed wires coming out of the back. Kyle continued. Also, the screen has had issues ever since I used it to hammer nails into the wall. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave.
Huh. Wow. Now I feel like there's some kind of really strange mystery going on. What a weird game. Alright, but that's gonna be it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for tonight. What a weird game. Thanks, Kyle. Thank you very much, Kyle. You, Kyle. And you, Kyle. And you, Kyle. Are we forever stuck with the phone now? I guess so. I mean, the game is pretty crazy. If we go to the main menu and we look at unlocks, there's a whole lot of expansions that we haven't even gotten yet. Backgrounds? What is background?
Kyle woke up.
Oh, it's pink.
He is famous.
He says, oh, so for the stream, Kyle, just wanted to say thank you so much for being so sweet at my meet and greet, Pio-chan. I'm glad you like my Shine Kick outfit as well. Thank you to the adorable sidekicks I met too. Oh, yeah! It was awesome to see you, Strinasi. Thank you so much as well. Always nice to see. Kyle Lowe says, oh, it's Kyle. Oh, it's Kyle. Do we have to do this for an entire week while you guys are all Kyle? Rudy says, I'm not sure if I followed what was going on, but thank you so much for a fun and interesting stream. Don't worry, Rudy, this one was a very strange game. A very nonsense game. If you erased today's stream out of your memory, that would probably be for the best, actually. Okay, so our thumbnails that we have for today, we have two of them. We have two really cool thumbnails. So the first one is from HN_Starseed Haruto Nanase. I was gonna say Haruto Nanase, however, I believe they changed your name to Kyle. So thank you, Kyle, for the thumbnail. Fishy Cow says, thanks for another fun stream, P.O. Sorry, thanks for another fun stream. Proud to have you as my Kailoshi. Kailoshi. Oh, at this point, I'll take it. I'll take being a Kailoshi. Kailoshi. Now, so, HN, amazing job here. Kyle is famous, complete edition. Yeah, but when we say complete edition, I believe the complete means completely unhinged. You know, I feel like words have a certain power. And when you put words together, they can either mean something meaningful or mean something nonsensical. But in this situation, all of this nonsense put together really made a very unique experience. Something that I really appreciate about HN Kyle's thumbnail is that this writer Doppio looks very smart. He looks like he has a degree. He's definitely not like Kyle. But even though he looks smart, he made a really horrific story. So, what I should be saying is that you might look smart, but you still have the opportunity to make a horrific story. And the other thumbnail that we have for today is one that really celebrates Sidekicks' participation today, and that is from @Arisu Arts, who turned the Kyle's Famous logo into something of really cool art, and made a Sidekick version, which I thought was so insanely cool. It's so super stylish, Arisu Arts. Really insanely cool. Oh, they also made another version. And it says Sidekicks are famous. So congrats, Sidekicks. Actually, it was really cool. I always love being able to find ways to play, turn games, even how weird they can be. I really love being able to find games that we can play together in some way, and we were able to do so with this game, and for that, I'm really thankful for tonight. So thank you so much, Sidekicks. Oh, sorry, Kyle Kicks. Yeah, you guys are so into playing with me that even before I started stream, for real, it was completely unhinged where everyone became Kyle. Thanks. Don't say 7 months CP. Also wanted to thank you for the meet and greet in AI. It was wonderful to meet you. Thank you for being so kind and for the music concerts too. Ah, yeah. It was really nice to meet you as well, Snow. Thank you so much for the kind words and yeah. My heart feels glad knowing that you cheered me on. Kyle Vien. See what I meant when we're going with Kyle now? Kyle Vien says, oh, it's Kyle. Though Kyle is not next to us, Kyle did not walk into the show. Kyle is not in the game. In fact, we are Kyle. Kyle Vien, I am so confused. Kyle fused. So completely Kyle confused. Is chat still broken? Chat is still broken, wonderful. What a weird game. Kyle Vincent, oh, it's Pio-chan. Kinda late too, but I'm glad I was able to have a meet and greet with you. I'm really sorry that I have to rush my letter and we're not able to respond, haha. But I still had fun and heartwarming encounter with you. Thank you and see you again, love. Ah, thank you so much, Mavis. Yeah, it was really fun to meet you too. It really is sad though, that every person that I met at the meet and greet, I really wanted to talk more with and hear more from them. A lot of you guys prepared some really wonderful letters, really wonderful bits, and it broke my heart knowing that we couldn't like get through all of it. I kind of pushed for a little extra time. Shh, not supposed to do that. Still though, it does make for wonderful memories. So thank you for being there with me, Mavis. Appreciate it a lot. Kyle says, suddenly I'm regretting the name change. You know, if I name change myself to Kyle Dropscythe, I'd regret it as well. I don't blame you. Thank you for the funny stream, I laughed a lot. Old Kyle, thank you so much, Kyleco. Glad that you laughed today. If anything, if you laughed, then honestly, today was a win. Lizzie Young says, Piapape arrived and the first thing I did was make him a Balls t-shirt. Whoa! First part of that sentence was absolutely wonderful. Whoa! Second part of that sentence was absolutely awful. But then again, I do tell you guys to torture and abuse your Pio Papis, so maybe a Balls t-shirt for a Pio Papis is just what he needs. I'm still debating on whether or not I like that idea or not. Espinel says, if I were one who could eat the fridge, can I eat you? Thank you for the stream, Pio-chan. Espinel, that's probably a very philosophical question. If you are able to eat an entire fridge, you can probably eat a Doppio. Now, do you have permission to eat a Doppio? No. However, the ability to extend your jaw that wide is concerning and makes me wanna run. Just around Skipper says, oh, Kyle, like streamer like Chad, we had to start up some nonsense eventually. Welcome to the Doppio Dropscythe experience. Now you know how we feel, lmao. Do I? Do you guys get confused, really? Should I apologize? Inarite Tsubasa says, just started watching you recently, but I appreciate the energy from you. I'm pretty late for the funsies, but nothing's too late, I guess. You're absolutely right. Nothing is ever too late. So, I hope that we'll be able to make some really fun memories together, Inari. Very Kyle Co today, huh? Kyle says, thank you for the fun memories and sharing your heart as much as you always do. It makes these streams and events memorable. Thanks, Kyle Kicks. One of us. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. And he says, oh, it's Pio, or Kyle? Yeah, oh no. Great. Now people are gonna be really confused. Sorry for confusing you, Angie. Thank you for the fun and interesting stream. Glad to have caught this live on my birthday. Have a good one. Oh, it's your birthday! Angie, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Super duper duper happy birthday to you, Angie. I hope that you have the most amazing birthday. Thank you so much, Angie. Not only for gracing this chat with your kind words, but also my timeline on Twitter with your really wonderful art. Commissions and stuff, Angie. It's really cool. Thanks so much, Angie. Miwa says, thank you for the stream, Theo. It was really good. I had a lot of fun. Me too, Miwa. Me too. I almost want to keep playing the game, but it's getting pretty late. And tomorrow, we're going to be doing some more work. I wrote a voice pack, and I'm really proud of this voice pack. I'm so super proud of this voice pack that I'm writing. I don't think it'll be as good as Hero, but it's kind of in the same style as a Hero voice pack, where it kind of has like a very like a character in mind for the listener. So it's very it's like a certain style. It's like a certain style. It's like a gift style. Man, I use the word gift, and all the people who listen to the Hero voice pack are like, ooh, 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 gift, no gift, ooh. Exactly. So, you know. So, perfect response to listening to the Doppio Dropscythe voice packs. Hey. If somebody clips that, they're not gonna think that it's Doppio, they're gonna think it's a Kyle clip. Alright. Now I'm really curious about the Hero VP. Yeah, please be very curious about the Hero VP. I think it's still on sale. I'm not sure how long it'll be on sale. I think maybe a week, 2 weeks tops. But yeah, please go check it out. I put a lot of heart and soul into the Hero VP. And to the Villain VP too, but this Hero VP is probably the best VP I've ever done. Is it the best voice pack ever created to man? Like, ever created that man has ever made, ever? Yes? Duh? Elvian says, last question, can we consume Kyle? Probably. Who's to stop you? I'm not gonna stop you from consuming Kyle. Oh wait, hold on. Before you consume Kyle... Wait. Before you consume Kyle... Perfect. There we go. Now you can consume Kyle. Now you can consume Kyle without any danger. Yes. Yeah. Mooney says, we appreciate you so much, Pio. Even a single minute with you is something to treasure in our hearts. Thank you for bringing a smile to so many of us this past weekend and every day. Aww. Your words are so sweet, Mooney. Thank you, Mooney. It was really nice meeting you as well. Thank you, Mooney. Oh, look, Doppio's back. Yeah, I've always been here. Wait, but Chad is Kyle. Let me see, is Chad okay yet? Nope, Chad is still not okay. I have no idea how it broke. Man, kinda reminds me about how last year, like a year ago, every stream that we had, something was gonna break. Like there was always that, like a check mark, like a checklist for each Doppio stream. It'd be like, number 1, Doppio says something incomprehensible. Number 2, Doppio makes a joke about fonts. Number 3, bug fable mention, and number 4, something breaks technological wise in Doppio's stream. We've had all of them today. Bug fables. Bug fables. Bug fables. So tomorrow, we're going to be saying bye-bye to Pomu, so I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. But I think she's having a totsu, so I'll be, popping in to say my bye-bye. Friday, I think is going to be Pomu's last stream. Saturday, we're going to, bring up some fun. Make it, Arcade Paradise. And Sunday, we're going to be finishing up Hollow Cocoon. So, it's going to be a farewell to Pomu. But then, hopefully, a happier a start to a happy weekend. Hopefully. Yoshida Kyle. Arigato, Yoshida Kyle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Not just for the, you know, the gifted memberships, but also for participating in this community joke. Sidekicks are so awesome for collaborating with this community joke. Let's go, Sidekicks. Thank you so much. I have some projects that I can't announce yet, but we're working really hard on them, and you should see the fruits of this labor coming really, really, really soon. Oh, Bin stopped being Kyle. Congratulations, Bin. Welcome back from being Kyle. Salty Suika next week? Yeah, so Salty Suika is going to be on, I believe, the 25th. I believe it's the 25th. 26 JST, 25 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I think it's gonna be on the 25th. It's gonna be really insane. I'll make like a trailer video. Currently I'm more focused on figuring out the right words to say as a goodbye. So and working on the voice back. So those are like the two things that are in my headspace right now. Finding the right words to say goodbye with, and also like working on a 10 out of 10 voice back. But after that, we'll be back to full speed with working on some projects, and I'll be able to show you guys some cool stuff next week. So yeah, please grieve, but then also hold your head up high, because there's still some really wonderful magic happening at NIJISANJI. Okay, I'm gonna say bye-bye for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Kyle is famous, thanks for playing with me, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye 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 bye. Let's see, so we have Quest Room / MLP collab on Millie's channel, Pomu's channel. Petra's doing a Zatsu about AI. Luca's doing the MLP collab as well. Albin is playing Frog Detective, that's pretty sick. Vivi's playing Metal Gear. Let's go right into Pomu. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What does MLP stand for? Alright. Where? I can't figure it out. Okay. Alright. Alright. Bye bye, everyone. See you soon. Thank you again.